Friends, I'm here on our Eagle Carport's 3D Builder app, and I want to show you how to use it really quickly, whether you're on a laptop or desktop computer screen, or whether you're using your mobile phone device. First, I'm going to start with the laptop desktop screen, and then I'm going to switch it to look like a mobile device so you can see the difference. First thing that you're going to notice once you've clicked on the link to view our 3D Builder is it needs to know a zip code. So put in your zip code here, and I'm at West Plains, Missouri, so 65775, and click Start Building. You can always change that zip code later on right here at the top, okay? And so keep that in mind that taxes are estimated based on that zip code. They're calculated based on the zip code. All right. Now, the first thing I want you to notice is you can just click to drag it and spin it around. You can look underneath it. You can look above it, whatever you want to do. You can zoom in with your scroll wheel on your mouse. You can zoom in, all right? On the right side of the screen are your options. So you have click style, you have all these different styles of buildings, and you can customize them. So please feel free to click over here and play around with these style sizes over here. Or not sizes, styles. Then underneath are sizes. All right. And then what I want you to notice is you have to tell it whether you're installing on dirt, gravel, asphalt, or cement, whatever surface, it needs to be a level surface. Your cement option is actually the lowest price installation surface. All right. So keep that in mind. Then you have roof styles, and I want you to be aware of that. The vertical style of roof looks like this as I zoom in. The ridges run from the peak to the sides. That's our most expensive style of roof, and some people prefer that, and that's the only style of roof that they want. It has an eave that overhangs your left and right side, and the panels are vertical. But if you choose the mid-priced roof, boxed eave right here, it looks very similar in that you have an eave that overhangs on the left and right side, but now your roof panels, the ridges run horizontal across that roof instead of vertical. All right. And the price is reflected. It changes. It's a lower priced roof. And then you have your standard regular rounded corner roof style. That roof style is not available on every type of building that you select. So I want you to be aware of your roof choices over here. And that's our least expensive roof option. And the ridges are horizontal. There's no eave on the left and right side. No matter which roof style you choose, in my region, which is the Ozarks region of the Midwest, you will get a roof that's a 35 pounds per square foot snow load, no matter what style of roof you choose. Okay, and all of our buildings in this region are going to be engineer certified for 140-mile-an-hour wind gusts, regardless. Also, you can add a center storage unit to the back, and you can change the size of that. I'm going to leave it at none, and I'm going to choose a garage. Okay. So the next thing that I'm going to do is come down to size. Sizes go from as skinny as 10 feet and as wide as 40 feet. When you go to a 40-foot wide building, well, let me go back to a standard carport so it's easier for you to see the roof trusses. And I am going to switch it on size. I'm going to go skinny as 10 so you can see what that looks like. All right. And then I'm going to switch it out to a 40-foot building. Now I want you to notice the roof trusses. Those are very complex, strong roof trusses, but we're now spanning a width of 40 feet. So that's a huge width to span. All right. We can span a further width by adding a lean-to on the left side and a lean-to on the right side. And I'll show you how to do that in a minute. Lengths. Your lengths go in 5-foot increments, and we can go as skinny as 10 feet. And on this size of building, the skinniest we're going to make is 20. But let's go to a standard carport size, which is usually 24 foot wide. We can we can go with a length as short as 10 feet and as long as 200 feet. Folks, that's a huge carport. Yeah, you can do that if you wanted. Standard is like 25 or 30 feet. And the next thing is your leg height. You can go as skinny as 6 feet, as short as 6 feet, and as tall as 16 feet on your leg height. And that's the size from here to here on your leg height. All right, so play around with those options. Next is your sides and ends. You can adjust the front gabled end, the rear gabled end, and your left and right side panels. So let's say you want to remove the gables on the front and on the back. Now I've clicked open. So I now have no gable on the front and back. Let's remove the side panels. Open, open. So now we have no side panels. Go ahead and play around with those options and see what you like. Next are additional options. You only have a 14 gauge frame option, so there's really no other choice for you than a 14 gauge frame, but you can add colored screws. So if I was getting a garage like this, okay, um, I can come down to the additional options and choose color matched screws for the roof the sides and the ends. If that's important to you, that your screws are actually color matched to your paint choices, then choose that, and the price is going to be slightly upgraded. All right. Otherwise, they're just your standard metal screws. All right. So you have to choose whether you want that. We also offer drawings, engineer certified drawings, and those prices are going to they're going to change, because if you ask for an engineer certified drawing, there's an extra time involved and there's an extra cost, and that's not going to show up over here on your price quote. All right. Garage door opener kits. If you've chosen a building that has garage doors, then you can choose to get the electric garage door kit. Otherwise, they're just standard manual roll-up doors. But this building has two roll-up doors, so I'm going to choose two electric garage door opener kits, and the price changes accordingly, right? And then you can choose insulation options. This building has no insulation, but you can choose a 2-inch fiberglass, which has an R7 factor on insulation, or you can choose reflective double bubble, which has an R5. Either way, whichever choice you go with, you can put it in the roof, or the left and right sidewalls, or just the roof, or maybe just the roof and just the right side. It's up to you, but your price is going to change accordingly. In this case, if I was doing this building, I'd do it in all except the front wall, and maybe even include the front wall. I don't know. Let's see. So I want you to see what the price changes as you select where you want insulation installed, or you can just say no insulation. All right. Next is your doors, windows, and frame mounts. You can install as many doors and windows and frame mounts and roll-up doors as you want. You just spin the building around to the wall where you want to put it, and you select the option that you want to install. Okay. So let's put in a door. It automatically selects one of the doors, and if you can click this pencil option, you can choose to a standard, this is a square door, square window, single window, or you could choose a 9-light door, and that's what a 9-light looks like. Either way, the door size is 36 by 80, standard door. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and remove that door. You can add frame outs, windows, and roll-up doors. Go ahead and play around with those options. I'm going to add a frame out just to show you what that looks like. It starts with a standard size door, but there's no door. It's just an opening. It's a framed out opening. Okay. If you click the pencil icon, you can change to various sizes or do a custom size frame out. I'm going to remove it. Okay. On the doors, um, it's got two roll-up doors on this garage. When you click on a door, you can see the different options. The computer won't let you put a size of door that won't fit on that wall. So just be aware of that. If you try to put a door that won't fit, the computer will say, I'm sorry, we can't fit that. You also have styles of doors. This standard square corner, but you can also choose the 45-degree corner, which looks like that. I want you to see what that looks like. So there's a square one on this side and a 45-degree, a dog-eared corner, or a Dutch corner is what they call that. So you can choose, all right, whatever you want. I'm going to go back to square so they match up. Now, next, let's go to colors. You have the same color choices available to you on all of these. So your color splotches or splatches, whatever they're called, are swatches. That's it. Are all the same on 1, 2, 3, 4 choices. You got a roof color, a trim color, a wall color, and then a wainscoting at the bottom. Some building styles include the wainscot in the price. In this particular building, if I remove the wainscot down here and say none, the price goes down. So keep that in mind. If you like the wainscot, go ahead and choose your color. But if you want to see if it's cheaper without it, click remove and see if the price changes and goes down, because some of the buildings it's included and some it is not. So let's go with your roof choices. I want to change it to blue roof, blue trim, and a light pebble beige exterior. And there it is. Okay. And if I like to match my wainscoting, if I add that back on, the price changes, but now I have a wainscoting around the bottom. All right. Those are your options for colors. And last but not least are services. We can install over an existing structure. The labor costs are going to vary, so your price is not going to be reflected on there. Same thing with legs cut on site. We don't know, but that there'll be an additional labor charge for that. And the other option is the flush mount concrete kit. For those of you who are pouring a concrete pad that's the exact size of your building, I highly recommend the flush mount concrete kit. I wouldn't do it any other way, right? So, but if you click that, the price will be reflected. That one will actually show up on there. And last but not least, we do offer discounts. If you just want to have us drop off the materials and you assemble and cut everything yourself, there's a discount. And then you can also choose a discount for you going to the manufacturer and picking it up. I highly recommend leaving it at none, no, no self-install. They're going to do the installation. That's included in this price. That's what I would recommend, but that's entirely up to you. All right. Just be aware that if you choose these other two, you're cutting everything to size on your site. So that's a lot of extra labor on your part. And if you have that expertise, good for you. You can save some money. Most people don't have that expertise, and I would tell you leave it at none. Right. And last but not least, click submit if you want to get that price quote emailed to you. There's some information you have to fill out once you click submit. Okay, you fill that out over here. Now, I'm going to show you what this looks like from your mobile phone. All right, I'm going to do this part really quickly. Let's change it to developer tools. And your standard mobile phone looks like this. And you'll notice that we don't have those options on the right side of the screen anymore. But you can pinch to zoom in. Okay, you can spin it around. But if you want to see what your options are, you click down here where it says edit. And there's all your options right there, like I showed you before on the computer screen. All right. And when you are ready to submit, there's no submit button. Instead, you click this credit card icon. It looks like you're ready to buy it. Click here, and you can choose to submit this price quote. You have to fill out the information. Okay. And it'll ask you if you want to just email me a price quote. In that case, if that's all you want, please select that option and it will email you. It will also email me, and then I will contact you via email, or I'll call you, or I'll text you and say, hey, do you need any help? Do you have any questions about this building? Right? Before they will show up at your site, I have to collect the deposit on that building, and it will be reflected in the price quote that you get. All right. So I want you to be aware of that. It's really, really easy to use it from your mobile phone, to use our 3D Builder app, or to use it from a laptop or desktop screen. If you have any questions, I want to encourage you to look at this video description, and I will include my phone number. You can call me or text me. I'll include my web address. Go to my website, or I will also include a link to go straight to the 3D Builder app that you just saw me use. And if you have any questions, you know how to get a hold of me. Have a good day. Bye-bye.